I like students to really be thinking, what is best for you? Are you a thinker? Are you a doer? Are you hands-on? Are you theory-based? Really get into what lifestyle do you want? Do you want to sit in a research lab every day? I have some students who don't even like people. They just want to work with animals. And that's good, right?
We
That's
need
good.
you too.
We need those people too. And I think that's a big part of what I'm trying to help families understand is if we start there and then we really look at their gifts, their talents, their core values, their advocacy, and then put them into a career path. And then we navigate how we get there. And then we make sure it's AI proof or to the best of our ability. That is the best return on investment that you can do for your child. And it is possible. It is totally possible. My kids are no different than anybody else's. And college ready students are proving it every single day. I had one student this year get over $400,000 in scholarships.
Wow.
She made money.
Wow. That is, again, I think there's so much in society telling us what to do and what not to do. And I think, it becomes that foregone conclusion. I need to go to college. I think a lot of people fall into like a business degree. People fall into communications was the big one when I was going to college, where it was if you didn't know what you were doing, you were getting a communications degree, and we or like IT or tech or whatever. And now what it's done, at least what I see, is there's a lot of people that their job maybe is redundant due to technology, AI, whatever. But there's also a lot of people that aren't doing what makes them happy because they didn't do this work that you're helping students and their families do. And that doesn't mean you can't pivot. You changed your degree a few times. I changed mine a few times. And that doesn't mean you can't pivot, but like at least when you have a path to start understanding what lights you up inside and what you can see yourself doing in the future that's based on what fills your cup and excites you and lights your brain, all of those things, you don't get any of that in any kind of school that I can recall. I can't imagine it's changed much. And then because it's not within the sandbox you're allowed to play in, then you don't think about it. So you just go and you get that degree or you go to that trade or whatever, because that's what, my dad did, my mom did, whatever that is, or what they're telling me to do. And you never actually do the work to assess what's right for you. And I
Yeah.
know, thinking back again, I can only really pull from my own experience because I don't have any kids, but that process for me, it took me 6 years to graduate. Now I did some community college where I paid for that myself by working and had to take a break and stuff like that to work. But thinking back to that, I'm like, I ended up with a business degree and I didn't like I just fell into it. What I really wanted to do was be a filmmaker or a writer and, do that stuff. And it was just didn't seem realistic to me to make money. And yeah, so I wish there was something like this around when I was younger and looking through all this, because I think it's invaluable work that you're doing. And then to go back to the cost, like we talked a little bit about, where can people? I mean, like, where do you even start if you want to look at scholarships and look at grants and look at all of this money that's available in those buckets? Like, where do you even start if you're a parent or a student?
So it can be completely overwhelming, and I'm just going to honor that. I don't want it to sound easy. That's why I have a career, right?
Yeah.
If it was easy, everybody would do it and I wouldn't be here. But the foundation is my two best-selling books both talk about scholarships and how to set the framework for those. I have them online or on Amazon right now to download for free to your listeners, so they can go on Amazon, download them at no cost. It's my gift to your listeners. And
Those
so
links will be in the show notes for everyone too, if you're listening right now and you want to.
so that's number one. The proven free resources, that's huge. The second thing is really think about, why would somebody give you money? I want you to think about that for a moment, because many people are like, well, I can't get scholarships. And I ask, well, What makes you you? Are you a first generation this? Did your parents do this? Did you grow up with this? Like, you are somebody who's unique, and there's somebody out there who's going to give money because maybe a loved one passed away from that, or there's so much money out there. So how do you find it? You first have to get clear on who you are before you can even go look for it. Because if you're just going online looking for college scholarships, you're going to end up in a place of a big blue ocean of scariness, because there's a lot of people out there who just want your information and then they're going to turn it around and sell it. So you have to be really careful. If there's no essay attached, buyer beware. If it's so easy that it takes you 5 minutes, just beware that nobody gives away money for just your first name and last name. So
or
again,
your follower count.
Your follower count, yes. And so there's great opportunities. There's great platforms. It's just what I can name off a dozen right now, but the problem is not knowing you, you may end up on the wrong platform and you may be completely frustrated because you don't get any scholarships. So the first thing that you want to do is you really want to get clear on why would somebody give you money? And then at that point, you want to look for those scholarships. In other words, I've played lacrosse for 4 years. I played varsity lacrosse for 4 years. Are there college scholarships? Now we're talking.
Yeah.
So once you start to really get clarity, we have a whole program. It's called Scholarship GPS, and it's part of the College Ready Plan. And what we do is we take you through step by step how to do this, where to go, the safe places, the not great places, how to set yourself up to track it, repurposing essays. Like there's a whole, it's like a part-time job. If once you figure it out, it's super easy, but until you figure it out, it feels a little clunky. And then also be thinking, why would somebody give me money? Am I a brilliant academia? Am I a good test taker? Do I care for my world? Am I amazing at community service? Am I a strong leader? Is it my sport or my music? What's going to help me stand out? And just like I mentioned, college is a business. And if you bring the resume, I promise you they're going to throw money at you, unless it's at a very top tier school where everybody else is genius just like you are. And then you still have to stand out. But the bottom line is, think about why you're going to a school. Many students will say, I'll ask them, where do you want to go to college? And they'll say, oh, Shellee, UC Santa Barbara. And I'm like, awesome school. Why there? Well, have you seen the view from the dorm? And I'm like, yeah, but why do you want to go there? And they said, the view from the dorm. And you have to question yourself. Are we sending our kids to camp or 4 years of fun? Or what is the real meaning behind it? And that's, I think, where a lot of people are missing when they just give it to their high schooler. They're going to pick their best basketball or football team, and they're going to rally around that, or the location, or I'm from this geography, I want to go check out that geography. So it could be just on location. Those are all really scary reasons. But I will tell you, 98% of the people I talk to start with a location or a ranking, and all of the rankings are so baloney. So there's a lot of misconceptions out there. And so I offer a complimentary 30-minute discovery call where I help families really lock into what's most important: the academic fit, the social fit, the financial fit, the athletic fit. What is it? And then we can start to narrow down where's the scholarships, where's the perfect college list. And then we can put together the application strategy. Everybody wants to go pick the college and then try to put the square peg in the round hole, and then they get frustrated.
Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Eyes Wide Open. If you enjoy the show, the best way to support us is by sharing or dropping a review. For more information and content, check out engagewithnick.com or find me on Instagram at nthompson513. Don't go through life blind. Do the work so you can show up in the world with your eyes wide open.